Hey everyone, I knew there was a new Sarkhan in this set. Sorry. This is Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker. Apparently, Sarkhan's trying to get his brain back in order. So, he came back to his home plane, which is where we're playing now, and here we are. Okay. He is 5 mana, so he's a little more expensive than his other original card, at least. But he's mono-red. 3 colorless and 2 red. So, pretty much any deck that's mono-red would actually be best for him, just to spoil. He has 4 loyalty, which is normal, but he has a plus ability again. His plus ability kind of gives me a bit of a flashback to the original Gideon. His plus 1 is, until the end of turn, Sarkhan becomes a legendary 4/4 red dragon creature with flying and indestructible and haste. Meaning, as soon as he comes in, you can do his plus 1, get a big-ass dragon that can fly and cannot be blocked, and throw it at someone. Well, it can't die, essentially. Very, very useful. I mean, let's face it, sometimes you need a creature, and it heals him up, so... And he can't die. The only downside is it can't be really a blocker, but neither could Gideon, so... His -3 is, he deals 4 damage to target creature. We're getting into Ral territory. Actually, I think it's a little worse than Ral's 3 damage ability, because at least Ral's was only -2, and could target a player as well. So, yeah, that's actually worse than Ral's secondary ability. Sorry, Sarkhan. His -6, though, this is his nuclear, which he can get up to in 2 turns, is you get the emblem. At the beginning of your draw step, draw 2 additional cards. And here's the downside, you have to discard your entire hand at the beginning of your end step. Meaning at the end of your turn, you throw away your hand. This is good for an end game, especially for a quick red player where they're just pop, 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 instant, burn, 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 die, 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 die. If you're not playing that way, you might not want to use that nuke unless you're really desperate to get extra cards so you can do things. However, he's +1, I'd keep him alive for that, meaning you might want to build him up to 7 and then use the emblem at the end of the game. So you might want to keep him alive as long as possible. And to be perfectly honest, unless he's the only Planeswalker on the field, or unless people really don't want to deal with that dragon, he's not really a priority target compared to some of the others. I mean... Yeah, his +1, that can get annoying, but if you have flying blockers, or if you can take the hit, it's only 4 damage compared to, say, other things that do stuff. And to be perfectly flat, his emblem isn't that great unless you're playing to that emblem, meaning you have all your lands out, and you can just pow off instants like clockwork. And red is known for cheap, fast, painful instants. Trust me, I know. I'm working on a red haste deck. So he's a good Planeswalker if you're a hardcore red player. That said, he does fit into multiple types of decks, obviously. He's not completely useless. He's not specialized like the original Nissa was. In fact, I think Nissa's the only specialized Planeswalker. All the others are a little less specialized. You know, you can use them in more than one type of thing. So, yeah. I wouldn't say he's a great Planeswalker, but I'd say he's pretty good for what he is. Again, his secondary ability is actually worse than Ral's secondary ability because Ral has the same build rate, essentially, but his secondary is only -2, and does 3 damage to 2 different types of targets. Well, this one takes a little more health off of Sarkhan. You can only do it once he comes out. And while it does more damage, it's specified creature. So, yeah, it's kind of a swing and a roundabout. But this +1 makes him pretty useful in his own right. Because sometimes you have a Planeswalker, but you don't have creatures. At least this way, you can start doing stuff to people. You can start hurting them, which you have to do. Red is a naturally an aggressive color, especially when paired with green or black. Paired with blue, you can be a little more careful. So, anyway, that's all I got to say about Sarkhan. Tune in next week for the season finale. I'm pretty damn sure of it. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be another set coming out. Bye.